Hey everybody, welcome back to another forecast, and we're gonna just go ahead and get right into it because we have a very active weekend coming. Um, so getting right into it, starting with today, I am seeing some storms gonna develop over the Great Plains here within later on this afternoon. Um, this is a conditional threat, though. This may or may not happen. They may fire up. They may not fire up as bad as predicted, or they may just fire up and or not fire up at all. So one of these three options will happen today. But getting to it, as you can see, everything's starting to fire up here. This will be later in the afternoon. This is predicted to be later in the afternoon tonight. For this, so um, but going into tomorrow, which is an even threat, as you can see, there is a another chance for storms for Thursday. Um, Friday, there's going to be a nice line of storms here across Oklahoma and Texas, and I will get more detail about that here in just a second. Going through, as you can see, this big line of storms here is going to fire up. This does have a tornado possible chance. The threat is not zero, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that big of a threat to me. This mostly could be just a wind and hail storm, but stay tuned for more as more updates come out. I will keep everybody posted on this. I'm going through just so going through keep going. Um, Here I got still more storms here, as you can see in here in Illinois, stretching back into Missouri. Some down here, possible even in Oklahoma and Texas, which I believe Texas is going to be the main threat. Texas, Oklahoma are going to be the main threat for a lot of these storms. So the Southern Great Plains, if you're down in there, get ready for this. For we will have a very active weekend. As I keep going through Sunday, as you can see, again, Texas being the place where all the storms will be. And then going through the week, the low pressure system will push out. We may get more storms Wednesday across the Great Plains. Um, right now, I'm not too confident in this because that is too far out to really tell. So and as we go through the day Wednesday into the evening time on Wednesday, as you can see, it just keeps pushing through. It'll push into the Dixie Alley here and just eventually dissipate. For Thursday, more storms could pop up down here in Texas. That is always a possibility. Um, and as we go through this, as you more storms popping up for Friday, this will be across the Great Plains and the Dixie Alley here for that. And as we keep going, it'll eventually begin to work its way up here into the Midwest, where for Saturday. And then as for Sunday, this is this weekend, not this coming Sunday, but the 27th. More storms will fire up across Oklahoma and Texas for that. Um, and the following week, Monday, the 28th, looks like storms will pop up here in Wisconsin and Minnesota, in the northern Great Plains. Looks like we will also have Tuesday the 29th. Looks like we will have some storms popping up and stretching from, looks like Kansas all the way down through into Texas here for that. And then we just keep going through the week. And as you can see, it's going to be a very active week. More storms popping up down here in Texas for the 24th. 25th, it'll pop up all here in the Great Plains. It'll push into the Midwest in the evening time. The Midwest and the Ohio Valley, it'll push into there in the evening time on the Friday the 25th. Sunday the 27th, again, more storms here in Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas. Monday the 28th, looks like we'll have a storm up here in the Dakotas and central and southeast Nebraska, northeast Nebraska, pushing into Iowa. And then eventually we'll push into Illinois, where it'll then dissipate. Tuesday, the 29th, we're going to have a nice possibility of a nice cluster of storms here, down here through the Oklahoma and Texas Valley here. And it's pretty much going to go and just keep going on and just, just keep doing the same thing. So for the next few days, as we see, we start with today. There is a marginal risk for Nebraska, Kansas, and stretching it even down into Texas here. That's a 1 out of 5 risk. That's not a very big risk at all. No tornado chance. There is a 5% wind chance and a 5% hail chance. Chance actually stretches up a little bit more into Kansas and even parts of Iowa. For tomorrow, which is Thursday, as you can see, there is a slight risk, which is a 2 out of 5 here, for Iowa and pretty much Nebraska, northern half of Missouri. If you're there, if you're in any of these areas, just stay weather aware. Keep a phone or some sort of device handy so you have a way to receive multiple alerts. And stay weather aware for this. There is a 2% chance of tornadoes, and I was seeing enough instability on this, but this also could be, like I was saying earlier, this also could be conditional as well. So this may not have turned into a tornado risk here. It may actually just end up being a wind and hail threat for tomorrow. The tornado risk is 2%. It isn't 0, but then again, like I said, it is a conditional risk. And as we go into Friday here, as you can see, this large French fry looking slight risk stretching all the way from the upper peninsula of Michigan all the way down into Texas. I will have more on this. For right now, though, this is basically what it's going to look like, but I will have more on this in my next forecast tomorrow. So, but I wanted to get everybody, or let everybody see what was going to be going on according to the Storm Prediction Center here. And as we go into, we even have actually a day 4 risk. Or we have a day 4 risk for Saturday here. As you can see, the French fry looks like it moves and stretches from Pittsburgh and into northern Pennsylvania, stretching all the way down into the deep south part of Texas for Saturday. Sunday, the risk will be for parts of Tennessee, Missouri, Louisiana, Arkansas, and even Texas here for that. And then we don't have anything after that. But I do want to say, just for everybody in these areas or preparing for this, keep your phones or device. You can receive weather alerts in case something does happen. I may be going live for Friday's event, maybe even Saturday's event, depending on how bad it's going to be. Like I said, today and tomorrow will be conditional. So I would just say keep your devices handy and um, just keep your devices handy. That's all you really can do with this. And just make sure you stay weather aware for this. Uh, and stay tuned for more to the channel. Uh, and I will be getting you another video tomorrow. So thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one.